Sometimes kings have to fight for their thrones. Beneath the rubble, on top of sadness, there lies a glimmer of hope. I hear it calling as I am falling. Believe it, never let go. Never let go. Never let go. I question everything, like am I doing this right? My pride is constantly under fire, but I have learned to fight back, declared a war on the doubt. I will bleed, but I will never surrender. Beneath the rubble, on top of sadness, there lies a glimmer of hope. I hear it calling as I am falling. Believe it, never let go. Never let go. I fall before, I fall again. I'm not afraid to play to run. Die if I lost. It's weak, I was lost. I still have this feeling deep inside my bones. Sometimes kings have to fight for their thrones. Beneath the rubble, on top of sadness, there lies a glimmer of hope. I hear it calling as I am falling. Believe it, never let go. Never let go. Never let go.
Heyo! It's December 22nd, 3 days before Christmas. What are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to the Audio Bros podcast. I'm your host, Eric. Chuck will be joining us here shortly. It's good to see everybody in chat showing up early here. Sorry about the late notifications. I was off today, but I built some more sound panel framing. I'm going to be putting up some more treatment back there on the angles of the ceiling. Just going to do a whole redo of this room. So go through who we got in the chat here. We've got Juicebox showing up early. D. Kenny, Megan, Millennial Animal, Robert Finch, and Mr. Smith. Good to see you, Smitty. So welcome. How's everybody doing on this 3-day Christmas Eve? Three nights before Christmas. 2 nights actually, right? Tomorrow night and Saturday night. This is awesome. That opening song that you heard, that was from, this is 2 weeks in a row. That was from Lift the Curse. They just released that single. It's called Believe. They released it last Friday. Ryan Saunders, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. As I said, Chuck's going to be joining us here in a second. So one of the things that we had discussed tonight, since it's the holidays and I don't know, it's kind of a chill evening this evening, we wanted to play a live round of musical chairs. And by that, we mean bringing rotating guests through. We can do up to 4. I have 4 slots. So if Charles gets here, it'll be 2 more. So all you need to do, message me on Discord, and I'll send you the link Juicebox, if you want to hop on, I know you're always down for that. And anybody else? I think Daniel pinged me earlier. I don't know if he'll be on. But yeah, just thought we'd open up the floor, have a nice little hang tonight. Listen to some music, talk shop, and we'll go from there. Oh, and Nuke. Good to see you, buddy. The wingman of the year, Nuke Utah, is here. Nuke, you're welcome to hop on too. And I'll send out the information for whoever needs it. So, we do have a couple of audio submissions in the channel already. I'm checking the form that we have. See, we've got Andrew Jackson's, and then D Kenny submitted one. So we can get right to it. So if you want to hop on, come on as a guest this evening. Like I said, shoot me a message on Discord, and I'll get you the information that you need to hop on here. So let's kick this off with the first submission that's in the channel. This was from Andrew Jackson. It says, not sure if you're streaming tonight, but here is the first draft pre-pro demo of my Christmas song for next year. Everything you hear was done today, so it's missing some vocal parts because my brain went numb. Does it feel Christmassy and nostalgic? What works, what doesn't, etc., blah, blah, blah. Merry Christmas, you filthy millennial animals. Let me get Juicebox in here, and I'll explain. Juicebox. So this will go for anybody joining in. There's two links. There's the Zoom link, and then there is the Audio Movers link. So anytime we're listening to just have that Audio Movers link up. That's how the music won't come through Zoom anymore. It'll come through that Audio Movers link because you get like crystal clear audio. So that's how we're rolling now. Figured out a new system. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Let me get Charles in here. And then gotta strategically avoid the Zoom window. There we go. All right. Chuck, you're a little bit low coming through. Juicebox, I can hear you pretty good.
I am heard. Excellent.
You are heard. Do you have any Christmas plans? Anything special going on?
I do. I'm going to help my mom cook a turkey.
Oh, nice. Traditional, or are you going to do any
I'm going to
deep
cut
frying?
it up. We're going to cut it up tomorrow and make a stock, and then with the carcass, and then we're going to cook it all like on a platter.
Nice.
Which is not traditional. It all cooks evenly that way, you know.
Yeah? That's one way to do it. I've never heard of doing it that way, but
Nah, splatch it. Gotta butcher it up.
Chuck, you're like whisper quiet.
God damn it. How about now? Is this better?
Better, but you need a little volume. We're getting tomorrow it's supposed to drop to like 3 degrees or something like that, and it's been raining. So who knows what this weekend's going to be like. But we'll see.
How about now? Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
All right.
Sound like you got some
back on me.
Yeah, you got some reverb. This man. Yeah. Robert, yeah, I was surprised, man. Got a bunch of mentions on Andrew's stream today. I know them both, so I do work with
Is
both
that
of
better?
them.
That's got to be better.
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
There you go. Sweet. Well, like I said previously, Andrew had submitted a track, It's his Christmas track. He wants to know if it feels Christmassy enough.
It's
So
fucking cold, big kid.
This is for Christmas 2023, isn't it?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Guess we're gonna get a preview.
That's what he said in the.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Right. Let's go here.
Yeah. Christmas song for next year. He's way ahead of this.
Lay my head on this cold window pane as the snow begins to fall. Crystal lights fill the silent night. Listen for his call. Eyes grow heavy and I start to fade. No longer stay away. Weightless inside my father's arms, excited for the day. Was at his sleigh. I know I've been a good boy this year. Father told me so. Santa flies in with a red-nosed reindeer, dashing through the snow. Christmas comes and fills my heart with hope. I was tripped by for seconds of past on a snowy Christmas Eve. Wide awake, desperate to see my presence under the tree. What has Santa left for me? I know I've been a good boy this year. Father told me so. Santa has been with a red-nosed reindeer, flies off through the snow. Christmas comes and fills my heart with hope. First glimpse of light breaks through the night. Dawn's a brand new day. Presents I see, red, yellow, and green, hides beneath the tree. Open just one of the rising sun. Then I'll wait and see. I know I've been a good boy this year. Father told me so. Santa has been with a red-nosed reindeer, flies off through the snow. Christmas comes and fills my heart with hope. Christmas comes and fills my heart with hope.
All right. Did you guys get a Christmassy vibe from that?
I did. I actually didn't expect to get a little bit of a Carol of the Bells vibe too.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's a cool little arrangement there.
Yeah, it was nice. It'd be nice to hear a like a little bit more of a jingly type interlude before the last sort of chorus there, but it's got a Christmas vibe.
I agree. I think it has a Christmas vibe. I think my only thing is that just after like listening to that, I don't like. I need the hook to be able to like sing it back, right? Like that's one thing about like Christmas songs, right?
Yeah.
You can call up a Christmas song from your memory like that,
yeah.
right?
All I want for Christmas is you.
I knew you were gonna do it.
Oh,
Better be dodging fucking sniper bullets, you know. Yeah, no, I think it needs a bigger hook. But everything else, I think it's like 80% there, you know.
yeah. I think the hook is definitely what is lacking. So
Yeah, I think one of the problems with that might just be like some of the obvious timing issues with the vocals. But
Mhm.
we don't want to pick on him too much for it because this demo he just did it today.
He's
But
got a whole year to work on.
he
this
does
thing,
have a whole
so-
year.
he's way ahead of the game.
Yeah, he
It's gonna
is.
be great.
Yes, he is.
I think
So-
Mr. Smith says he thinks he should look at dropping the key for his vocals. They seem strained at points. Yeah, I think that his vocals are in a weird spot, right? Like, because I think his range, like, I don't know if it'd have as much power down a little bit lower. I don't know.
Andrew is missing from the chat, so I don't think he's here with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so we could say whatever we want.
Ah.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is definitely like a first run, first cut demo. Andrew, I know you're gonna watch this back, so just keep working on structure. Get a hook, man. If you get a hook, do a little interlude, jangly interlude thing with your little finger picking style stuff. I think you're gonna kill it. It's gonna be amazing. I think this will actually be a really good fucking song. So keep at it.
Yeah.
Although I think the key thing that Mr. Smith said that could work for him, I think Andrew's vocal style is like kind of like a strained sound overall, usually what he sings. I think he can probably just do it better, and he'll probably agree with that.
Yeah. Robert Finch mentioned something interesting. His strained vocal style does sort of remind you of
Yeah.
Springsteen,
A little
right?
bit of the boss, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good call out right there. Yeah, that's interesting.
The boss, but Scottish.
You're right. The Scottish boss right there. Awesome. All right. We got D. Kenny in the house again tonight.
Hey.
Taking submissions, I humbly offer my collaborative effort with Mr. Juicebox Desmond.
Ooh,
with
here we go.
with Mr. Juicebox. So D Kenny wrote this song, and I helped him season it up. I
Oh.
put some backup vocals on it. I played guitar, and I helped with the production a little bit.
Nice.
But
Nice.
this is a D Kenny song.
All right. Is
Kenny, let's go.
the Bejesus, that's the project name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's our band name, if you will.
Yeah. I like this visual already. Nice. All right.
It's decidedly not a Christmas vibe.
Definitely not. More of a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibe.
Nicely done. I really so was did you guys use an actual organ or did you use a VST on that?
I believe it's a VST, but D. Kenny plays the shit out of the organ. I mean, he performed that part.
Yeah. I liked
Like, that's not programmed.
the organ part.
I agree. And you know, the organ part wasn't there on his like original demo, and when he put that organ on and it mixed with the guitar, I was
Yeah.
like, there it is. That's
Yeah.
the song. There we
Yeah.
go.
The that it clicked for me at the end because of the harmonizing notes that the organ is playing along with that guitar riff. Like it just does something to give it this vibe
Yeah.
that I can't put words to.
It's got like it's kind of like a droney movement type thing, but droney in a good way. You know, like it's got like this, it's like a harmonic thing going.
But even the note
You know.
choices when contrasted with the guitars are interesting, you know?
Yeah.
So
Harmonically very interesting harmonies.
yeah.
Yep.
Very well done. What VST is that? Clean Hammond with Mellotron Hammond mix? Are those IK multimedia VSTs or?
That is a great question. I'm not sure exactly what my boy uses. He'll tell us in the chat though.
Yeah. I know Trey's got this organ VST that he swears by. I think it's made by IK Multimedia. Could be wrong. I think it's IK.
I don't know, man. I like the tune track keys. They're really good. Mini Wagon, she insisted on some sort of organ in the song that we are just wrapping up. And it's got like this Rhodes type organ sound, but it's super rich. It's really, really nice. It's got like
Yeah.
it's got like a rotary vibe to it. I can't describe it. It's cool.
Juicebox Megan wants to know if Monster's going to make an appearance tonight.
You know, it's hard to tell him what to do. It's like if he appears, he appears. We'll see. That's my favorite cat, and I've got 4.
Oh.
Huh.
Hey, Amy Lee Forever. Al, thanks for coming in. And Ruined FG, aka Daniel's here as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think Emily Forever, you should totally bother us with your stuff.
Absolutely.
You should bug the shit out of us. Do it.
I like it.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Trey stream earlier with Andrew Southworth. It's cool. I like hearing Trey talk about his career and kind of how he's, you know, like where he's come from, what he's trying to do now, because he, you know, he's still trying to build his YouTube channel. You know, I thought it was interesting what he said about having musicians as his followers and like how he's trying to sort of diversify a little bit more and get just normies, you know, just regular people that like music, you know. Thought that was interesting.
That is interesting because I'm not sure how this musician crowd is going to mix with those normies.
I think it
Will we
would
put
be,
them off?
well, we might put them off, maybe, but I don't know. I think it comes down to like the entertainment factor, right? And if we're vibing, it's cool. I don't know. I get what he was saying. You know, like you want to appeal to like the broadest group possible, but at the same time, you want to do what you love. You want to do what you want to do. You know, you have to like maintain the same spirit, but at the same time, there is a certain level of compromise because the overall goal is to reach more people, right? So that's a real challenge, you know.
Yeah, it's an interesting. I was popping in and out during that. Did he even? I had put a question in there on like what was the biggest change that he saw, or the biggest thing he's seen since.
I saw that. Did he answer that?
I don't know. Like I said,
I don't remember him answering that. I was in that chat for a while.
Yeah.
I know he saw it, but yeah, it's and the whole music video thing as well. I think that's really like I've got a bunch of songs like that are done, and I'm just trying to figure out like how do I want to like share them now, right? Because like I can share them on Trey's stream. Trey's gonna roast it, pick it apart, and like, okay, then I won't be excited about it anymore. But if I just like commit to like a medium, and I thought it was interesting what Trey said. He was all like, the video is the final form of the song. And
Well, it is. It is. I liked his analogy of that's the EPK, and it makes
Yeah.
total sense, right? Like total sense. Minus, I guess, minus if you wanted it to include actual like live performances or stuff. But like, I feel like EPKs are just antiquated in this day and age, right? Like
What's an EPK?
electronic
Sorry.
press kit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just show your YouTube channel, please.
Right.
Thanks.
yeah.
I think it harkens back to the days of like when you'd mail in CDs or something, right?
Yeah, it just sounds
Yeah.
like an obstacle that they want to put in front of you.
Right. Yeah.
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 Jump through this first fiery hoop.
If Atlantic Records wants an EPK, I'll give them an EPK.
Hey, you know?
Yeah, if they'll give me $150,000 back to go tour.
Right. You can have an E EPK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have EPK. Otherwise, go fuck yourself. But
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
here's a link.
I was thinking about this because like I get it. I've done videos and stuff, and I've done other production things before, but I'm like, I kind of look at the Megadeth thing. Like when Megadeth came out with their record, they had all those really cool like music, like just like movies, like little short films, you know. And I was like, that's actually what made me more interested in the music, was because that was so fucking cool, you know. And then I started remembering like the old Guns N' Roses music videos, like for you know, November Rain, and like obviously the Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Dude, November Rain was an epic.
Yeah,
Sick.
and like you know,
Jeremy-
you think about other
Jeremy was
music.
an incredible video too.
Oh, it was. Holy shit.
That was ahead of its time right there.
That was way ahead of its time. Damn.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that. Like, shit. Yeah, like a good music video.
Oh.
That's really like the final form of what the stuff is.
Here's one like an iconic music video that I don't know what message it conveys about the band, but think about Blind Melon's No Rain. You instantly know what that video is. It's the little bumblebee girl, right?
Yeah.
Getting picked on,
Yeah.
but then finding her audience at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instant, like, jars your memory of all of these old video. And MTV
was the Wallflowers, the one headlight one. That was another one.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm going through now. I'm going through like the Prodigy.
Like take me through the entire VH1 countdown from 1997.
1997, 98. Yeah.
But think about that. Think about that. It was such an interesting time because you had MTV and VH1, which were like the arbiters of like what was popular, because radio was just kind of like doing its thing. And I don't know, man. Like there's something to be said about like being able to watch music videos, but then again, we didn't have the internet. Like the internet didn't exist in its form today of like content delivery at lightning speed. And I think, I mean, I guess MTV saw it coming. I just don't know what their pivot was. Like I question their pivot, but
their pivot was ridiculousness. That was their pivot.
And Teen Mom.
And Teen Mom.
Hey,
Mom, yeah.
Hey, we got the sauce boss himself in the chat. Cletus Christ.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Cletus.
Cletus Christ, sauce boss.
I thought I caught a waft of sauce.
Yeah. I thought I smelled a little bit of that cigarette air just coming in right behind. I was like, well, something's in the air.
No, he's right. That's me.
Oh. Cletus, we're doing musical chairs tonight, so if you're free, you're more than welcome to hop on. We're reminiscing about the good old days of, I don't know.
Well, think about that.
It was supposed to be the year in review, but we're talking about 1997 now.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, It's the half century in review.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. We still have another. I mean, technically, we still have another week until year's end, so we can do the
Yeah,
year.
yeah. We'll see what happens next week. You know, we
Yeah.
can push. We can do a part 1 and a part 2.
We
But like,
can.
no, the music video. Getting back to the point, it's like, is it still relevant? I mean, I think so because it's content. Obviously, I mean, I know if I listen. I posted the Crossfire song and the Age of Ahriman song, both of which have like click-throughs above 9%. So that's the shit that's cool. I post another song that has no like visuals to it, or just the latest one I did, and it had like a 2 point something click-through. So I was like, oh, okay. You know, this is catching attention for at least 6 minutes on some of these other songs. So it's like, all right, well, maybe we'll look at that.
Can
You
you explain for the layman like myself? I'm sure there's nobody in the chat that is a layman like myself, but can you explain what the heck click through is?
I'll give you the industry definition, and then I'll give you what I think it is. So basically, we're on generator power now, boys. Just can't keep the fucking lights on in Texas.
Is that grid, that pesky grid again?
Yeah, well, it's the 50-mile-an-hour winds and yeah, but yeah, it's the grid. It's our fucking grid. It's from like 1800s. It's awesome. Anything but. But okay, so back to this. It's clicking through an online advertisement or an advertiser's destination or a third party's destination. So somebody shared the song, and then people are clicking through it. So apparently I had a bunch of shares of these tunes, and then people are clicking through to see the content, right? And then they're sticking around, like for the 2 videos that I was mentioning, they're sticking around more than 50% of the video, which is really cool. So it gives me an idea of like what kind of content, and both of those videos I put up, you know, I spent time on. I got some friends to give me some stock footage. I tried to put together some sort of vibe or story in those videos. But the idea was like you could watch it and listen to it and then like walk away from it, but still listen to it and then come back and watch it. It would still be interesting, right? If that makes any sense. So that's kind of how I interpret it. Like click through is like, okay, somebody's watching it, then they click through to go to the video on my channel, and then there's subsequent viewings of other content of mine based on that one interaction, engagement. So
They're clicking on your other videos through that content.
Yeah, so they're clicking through the advertiser to go to YouTube to watch the video, and then they're clicking other content.
Yeah.
That's good.
Stop using abandoned warehouses. 13 flaws is on
Texas,
it right there.
Grid goes down. You sneeze and the grid will go down for 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I could go on about that stuff for hours here.
I appreciate that explainer though. I'm like,
what is that works?
Click through? They kept talking about click through on Andrew whatever stream with Trey earlier.
Well, it's relevant in the sense that everybody talks about these algorithms, right? It's relevant to the algorithm and how likely your stuff is willing to be like shared, I guess, by the algorithm. So
okay,
it matters
makes
in
a
that
little more
sense.
sense. Like the algorithm is showing it to people, right? And the point, somebody else made a point, and it was on Bobby Everything just the other night. It was like, look, if people are leaving your video after 10 or 15 seconds, YouTube will never show it to anyone again.
Yes.
And it's like
100% on point. Like
I have those stats on some of my videos, darn it.
Oh, Gosler's in the house too, man. Everybody's showing up. It's a holiday here.
It is a party.
Yeah,
it is a party.
It's a real holiday.
I sent the link to Cletus. I also sent it to Daniel.
Nice.
I'll bring Daniel on when we play his song. So, Rezo, I'm gonna get to your song here because
Rezo has a song.
yes,
I
Rezo
wanna
has
hear
a
it.
song. So we're gonna listen to that
The
here.
mud. The mud.
This is called The Mud. All right.
Is that it?
That
Yeah.
chugs. Guitar tones are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, guitar tones are fucking spot on there, Rezo. Pretty good.
Unfortunately, your song is disqualified.
Is it qualified? Yeah.
You know what
no
I would
vocals,
like to
man. We need to get that figured out.
well, here's the
good though. It was like an alt rock. It's talking about our 90s little thing. That was pretty alt rocky. I like that. I could have heard some Jarls on there. That would have been sweet.
well, hear me out on this. Maybe we should link up Hell, aka Amy Lee Forever, with Rezo's song that
Oh.
needs vocals.
She
Oh,
did say she liked the
She
guitars.
said that she liked it, right?
Oh shit. I think we have a match made in heaven,
Huh?
Rezo.
I mean, what do you think, Hell?
Yeah, and we'll produce it. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll fucking produce it. So Rezo, once you
I'll
can get
supervise.
that, once you can kind of get that thing, we're gonna need a few more parts to that. But once it's kind of, because it sounds like it's taking shape, you know, we can give you some more intimate feedback a little later. But once we get it arranged up, we'll get Hell to do vocals. We'll mix it and put it out there. And I'll run it through my $40,000 worth of fucking outboard gear. How about that?
I like.
Automatic sound good right there.
There you go.
Automatic.
That's the problem, though. That's the real problem. Because you can fucking play anything now through this fucking thing, and it'll sound good. You'll be like, oh yeah, oh fucking saturation. Oh, that sounds good. And then you go and play it back, and you're like, what was I playing? It's like, you're just like, fuck, no.
Why does it sound like farts now?
Why is it? Why is that boring?
Yeah, or you get get Smitty on drums too. Yeah.
Oh shit! Smitty on
this-
drums.
Make it a
This
community
is-
challenge.
This is a super group now.
Yeah.
This song is now our song.
I know somebody named D. Kenny who plays the shit out of the organ and the bass guitar,
Hey yo.
Oh shit!
among other things. I'm not going to volunteer him though. He's got to speak up.
I liked Millennial Animals. Eric's the Cupid of musicians.
Eric's the Cupid of musicians. Fuck.
Just making
Fuck.
matches. Making
funny.
matches here. Hey, Daniel's coming on to talk about his song
Hey.
too. Let me.
Waffle boy.
Do I need to clear out of this square?
No, you don't.
Oh, you're good.
I've got one more square to give.
We've got
so
enough squares. All right.
yeah, we got enough
You got
squares.
another square.
I'll get comfortable.
Yeah.
We got another square. My name's Taylor.
Get
Oh shit. Oh,
Mr.
my lights are
Daniel in
out.
chat.
No. I can just hear the generator. I got my generator fucking rolling now, dude. As soon as the power goes down, automatic, boom, flips everything. But it only
Boom.
does
D. Kenny signed up.
it only does the essentials, like the furnace and like core needs.
I think I'm sharing everything I need to share.
Heyo.
Nice.
How's it going, guys?
Well, great, sir. Good to have you.
Oh, I gotta
Okay.
share this. I gotta share the square.
No,
Yeah,
you're
I've
not
got
sharing the
more-
square
I've
anymore.
got more hair on my face than you got on your head, Chuck. Fuck.
I'm a respectable businessman. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Ah,
Respectable's a loose term nowadays. What the fuck?
I got to clean up. I've got some, I got a new product launch going on and got a lot of really great things happening in my day
Congrats,
job.
man.
Thank you. And it's been all in. It's been about 8 years of holy fucking shit. There's no way out of this, is there? It's either finish, go hard, go strong, get it to the finish line, get it out to the people, or fucking fall on your face. So,
That means you got to get the Randall cab now. The Kirk
oh,
Hammett.
dude, no more gear. I have enough troubles just trying to play all this shit, you know, just to, you know, because you try to rotate things in and out, and it's like shit. If I sold all my Marshall stuff, so I sold off my 800 and my Kerry King. I had like 5 times the gear that I had, and it was just years of acquiring shit, you know, just like, oh, I need that for this project, or it'd be cool to see that, or like, hey Chuck, I got this Kerry King. You want this thing? I'm like, how much you want for it? Oh, I'll take $800. Oh, here you go. Thank you. You know, it's just shit like that. And after a while, it was like, I'm not gonna fucking play all this shit. So
Hey, Guitar
downsize it all.
Center has a JCM 800 right now for $2,000. 2020
I-
2203 for 1989. You know,
Yeah, I sold mine. Mine was a custom. It was out of Germany. It was a German 2203. I
Oh,
bought
cool.
it off of it was a local musician out of Minneapolis. He played with Prince, and this was one of the amps that he recorded. He did like Prince. Prince actually played the fucking thing on one of his records, and can't remember. It
You
was like
sold that? You sold
yeah.
that.
Oh fuck yeah! I needed the money, dude. When you're starting up a business, dude, you get money wherever you can get it. But
Fair enough.
I
but that had a piece of
sold
Prince
it.
on it.
I sold that. Dude, I had Prince's guitar. I had his little purple whatever thing. I sold that right after he passed. Like all his shit went sky high in value. But I sold at the top. So
That's fair. That's fair. Like if you had Eddie Van Halen's guitar and sold it after he died, you know.
yeah, oh yeah, when it's popular. But the
That's money.
2203, I sold the 2203 for like $2,600.
Oh, nice.
It was cool. It had like a custom faceplate called Motherfucker. So it didn't say Marshall, it said Motherfucker.
I want to see Prince playing a motherfucker amp. That would make my fucking life.
Yeah, dude. It wasn't his
Agreed.
amp. It was his guitar. He had like a session guitar player. It was his amp. And it wasn't like his normal amp. It was like his punk rock amp. You know, it's like he hardly played it. So it was like mint condition.
Oh, that's crazy.
I like Cletus said, you need the Burl powered mixer, Chuck. Creamiest mashed potatoes you ever had. Never been so
It
easy to
is-
whip the eggs in with the flour.
I'm saving up for a Rupert Neve 5088. And then Eric and I are going to start a studio. We're going to move to Nashville together.
That's all you need, a Rupert Neve, and then you
That's
got a
right.
studio.
Yeah, just to keep me warm at this point, for fuck's sakes.
You guys are going through it right now in Texas.
We are. It was 70 degrees today and it dropped to 20. I think right now it's 21 degrees. And you can hear the wind howling. It's just it's like a hurricane. It's like 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Hold
Just
on.
fucking howling.
Let's see what life is like in Georgia. How much better it is here.
You're gonna get some ice and you're gonna shut down the city for a week.
It's only, yeah, you're,
Yeah.
Oh, 49. I'm
yeah.
jealous. I'm jealous, man.
Suck
I'm
it.
at 40
You
here.
might not. Yeah, suck it, Chuck. Fuck you.
Hey, those would be lyrics my singer would fucking write. Fuck you.
Jeez.
I remember writing some aggressive lyrics once, and I shared it in a song with Trey. And Trey's like, "I do not like those lyrics."
Once Chris actually described, like, I moved one of his vocals over one spot and I put him in context in one place. He's like, that shit sounds like a 14-year-old would write in his Tumblr profile. And I was like, bitch, those are your fucking vocals.
Tumblr
You know, that's you, right?
profile. How about Grinder profile?
Whoa,
Suck it.
whoa, Chuck. That really has suck it at the end, right?
It's too funny.
Well, Daniel, we've got your track here.
It's rough.
It's rough.
It's rough, but it's a work in progress. Single vocal, a little bit of vocal processing going on, in a rough mix.
Let's see what you got here.
All right.
You're gonna mute your mic, Danny.
little long in the tooth, but you had some really cool parts in there. Your solos, dude. Fuck. Those were sick.
Thanks, man. It's got it needs some work. I've still got some leveling to do and some balance stuff. And then there's lots of layers that aren't there vocally. So stuff that makes the vocals pop. But yeah, it's the next song we're finishing up.
Oh man.
What?
Yeah, man, that was chugging and genting. It sounded like so the vocalist in certain spots really reminds me of Jonathan Davis.
Oh, Jonathan
Yeah, I
Davis.
was about to
Yeah.
say this. It had
Yeah.
that Jonathan Davis vibe.
Not
And
everywhere, but like in some spots, like a lot.
that really it kind of really
It's
reminds me
bad.
mid 2000s like metal, but it's got a different thing with it. It's got the same vibe, but not the same like sound. Yeah, it's different. And that's really it reminds me of like when I listened to so like when I was coming up through the Minneapolis metal scene, like you had bands like fucking Impaler and Cold Colors and fucking Smiling Liar, which I'm not sure if you know any of those bands, but like After the Burial, some of those guys.
I remember After the Burial.
Yeah, After the Burial. Okay, so that kind of sound, like that their early sound, like if you ever go listen to their very first song, I think it was like Spiraling Down. I don't know, fuck. I got it somewhere around here.
I enjoyed After the Burial, so you know their first stuff. I grew up hearing that stuff.
Oh yeah.
when I was playing. So yeah, we're trying to market ourselves kind of like take elements of new metal, industrial, and modern metal and mix them together, and then throw a tiny bit of death metal riffs in there just to fucking spice it up. That's our goal.
It's got an American Head Charge vibe. That's kind of where I was going to. It's got the Minneapolis metal scene sound. Like I can pick that sound out everywhere, and I'm sure it's not something you're consciously doing.
Nah,
But-
both of us are in the southeast, so we're like as far away from fucking Hell Froze Over as possible.
What?
The
What-
that-
Minneapolis is cold, man.
What's going on in this part? That part after the false light parts, right? That like
So that's two diminished arpeggios. The first time it's a first and a third.
but
The second time it's a first, a third, and an octave down. And then the last time it's a first, a third, and an octave up.
but what are you considering that as part of the track structure? Is what I'm
Pre-chorus.
You know this shit, Eric. You're just putting me on the spot. You know that that's supposed to be a super chorus, but it feels like a breakdown right now. I know this.
I say you save that for one time.
Yep.
And because your hook is
Mhm.
right before that. Nothing
Yeah,
that
it's
nothing
what
that
I
you're going to
consider-
do in that spot is going to equal the hook that came right before that. That the false light, give it the false light, give up the false light, like whatever that he's saying there. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But
Killer vocals, Eric. That's it.
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
singer.
Kermit, please join the band.
right. But what I'm saying, that
Very
hook
mixed, though.
is, you're not going to do anything that's going to, like, you're not doing, even if you came up with something cool, like, people need one thing to focus on. So I say, yeet that thing, save it for somewhere else if it's going to be, like, worthwhile. Because, yeah.
I'm personally okay with just saving it for the outro, because it leads from the chorus. But I gotta run that through Chris too. Like he has a vision for this part, that it's like a post-chorus breakdown, and I will mention the change because I don't
Yeet
think
that. It's got too much fat because you do it a couple of times. Take it out,
Yeah.
eat it. It's
I
too much-
also don't like that the songs are trending over 4 minutes. This one's 4:08 or 4:10. And my goal is to keep the songs at 3.5 minutes, 3:45 max. So we're
Humbug.
looking for active ways to slim them down.
And Justice for All Metallica has entered the chat.
Yeah. I say I want to hear a 15-minute. What is this? This is called. Oh, you're running with Ruined Effigy for this one.
No, I'm not. It's just I posted it up here for us to listen to, and then I'll get rid of the link. It'll go on our main page when it's done. I don't want to sully that page with my fucking garbage mix right now.
And say the name of your band again.
Shadow of the Throne.
Shadow of the Throne.
Shadow
what
of the
I'm talking about.
Throne.
Let's see a 15-minute Shadow of the Throne song.
Honestly,
Yeah.
do it.
Don't ask for that. Don't ask for that. Like, I know that I could ask Chris to come up with a 10-minute long intro and he'd do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but a 10-minute intro is not a 15-minute song.
He's got Juice has a point.
That's like enough.
I think we should all do like
an
an 8 to 10 minute song each, and then send them all to Trey.
Well, if it's part of that effort, I'm in. All right. And 15 minutes, that's 4 of us. That's an hour long. Knowing Trey, that'll take 3 hours for him to review.
Yes.
That's a stream takeover.
That's it.
If that's the motive, I'm in. But for real music, like that's enough real estate for 4 songs. Fuck that.
That's a fucking EP.
Yeah.
Real song.
Like REP is gonna be 5 songs, and that's like 20 minutes at most of music. Like a 15-minute song.
D. Kenny shouted out Tales from Topographic Oceans, which is like 80 minutes of music, and it's 4 songs.
Let me put it this way. If you have a big name, I'll listen to your 7-8 minute long song. No one knows who the fuck we are. They're not going to sit through 8-10 minute song or 8.
That's why you only have one of them, and you don't share it except for on the album. So when they get to it, they can at least appreciate it because they bought the album.
Well, I'll listen to your 15-minute song.
Or you got
Can it just be zeros and ones the whole time? With like layered synths the whole time? We'll call it Spirit Can.
I don't know, man. You know who does really great instrumental metal? Fucking Cloud Kicker.
Oh yeah, Cloud Kicker. Didn't Cerruti cover a Cloud Kicker song?
Oh, that's
I think he did. I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Which song did he cover?
Man, it was a long time ago. I don't remember, but I remember he did a Cloud Kicker song.
I know that Cloud Kicker, his name's Ben. He toured with Intronaut. I was good friends with the drummer from Intronaut. And they were seriously considering just maybe like doing a whole separate thing with him. And then 2008 rolled around and that was the end of that. But
yeah.
I'd just be happy if the Faceless come back.
Oh, fuck that band. Yeah. No.
Perfect timing right after I say it.
Eric, can you pull up Cloud Kicker? Let's just pull up a Cloud Kicker because I know he doesn't copyright any of his shit.
I don't even know where is Cloud Kicker found?
Cloud Kicker's on Bandcamp.
YouTube. If they don't have a big name, I'm not listening to it.
They're on YouTube.
There's his first, gosh, I haven't heard he's got like his Get Huge is a good one, but it was his second or third record that he did. I think it was called Beacons. That was fucking, get the one with, I think
this is Century Media Records, dude.
What? No. The one he did with Intronaut?
Emily Forever, I've heard of.
Yeah, Beacons, dude.
I've heard of Wolfpack's Completely Silent album.
Yeah, pull up the Beacons one. I think it's the second track on that record. I listen to this record quite frequently, actually. It's still good. Like, if anybody does like instrumental metal, it should sound like this. It sounds really fucking good. This is like almost 20 years ago. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Mute your mic.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good.
It's crazy.
Does sound good. All right, up next, Hell submitted, aka Amy Lee Forever. She said, "This is a punishment, so enjoy." Ha 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 ha.
No, that ain't no punishment. She's good.
This is Cry.
Screaming his name out loud, she feels him closer now. And feeling so broken and jaded, she howls, her body lies on the ground. So heavy, so heavy. She's broken heart, I hear her house. So heavy, so heavy. Already made the lover's vow. Not even thunder could have shaken her out away. Shaking her out through the winds that blow. I hear them all breathe. Summer cries. Can you hear the sound? She cries. Slowly sinking down, falling deep. She whispers why. Lovers often have to cry. Running so fast to be by your side to fix the broken soul. Now he leaves the man she wore with compression down. Her fingers so cold touched his face, moved her lips, and said, "I'll take this love and have to know it's mine. I'll take it to my grave." Winds that blow, I hear them all. Please stop my cries. Can you hear the sound? She cries. Slowly sinking down, falling deep. She whispers why. Lovers often have to cry. The gods keep quiet, 'cause they give and take. The gods, they know. They forget themselves. Can you hear the sound? She cries. Slowly sinking down, falling deep. She whispers why. Lovers often have to cry.
The chat's quacking me up right now.
I like the song. Mind if I comment on it?
You know what's funny? You
Hop
said
in.
Pat Benatar. I was already thinking Pat Benatar, man. It was like you nailed it. You typed it. I had already
She
thought it.
had- That like there was a few moments there. I think it was the pre-chorus where she had this Pat Benatar energy in her voice.
Yeah.
And it was good.
For sure.
The guitarist was out of tune. First and foremost. The toms sounded like
Well, she said this
wanna
isn't
say,
a
like, if I
this was
got
a
home-
rehearsal off the floor, so
Yeah, I mean, it needs a mix. And I know someone who does mixes. Eric, don't you do mixes? That one needs a couple cuts and it's gold. Like That dueling solo versus her vocals was a little gratuitous, I think, but that was my only take there. It definitely gave it a throwback feel, like Bon Jovi would do that shit. But other than that, I mean, there's a solid song there.
So that was recorded live, huh? If that's the case, so I was gonna say like, oh, this is gonna, there's like some mixing issues with the beginning of the song. Like the vocals don't sit right in that mellow dynamic of the music. But if it was a rehearsal, that kind of explains it right there.
Yeah, the keyboard got shrill, and that explained the live sound of it. That totally makes sense. That's so much high end, and if you're not taming that on the in processing, what can you do? But
So
the
wait,
keyboard sound,
Hell, you've got an upcoming song? I thought you hadn't worked on anything new. I'm confused. I guess we'll get an answer here in a second.
I really like the keyboard line. I don't know if I like that keyboard line more in this song or in Halloween's I Believe I Could Fly, or I Wish I Could Fly, but it's a good fucking keyboard line. I fucking love that melody. Da 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 da. Like, it's not the same notes, but it's got that cadence, and I really like it. And if it can compete with Halloween's, if I Wish I Could Fly, that's pretty fucking hard. It's like, that's good. I just wish it wasn't so shrill.
She said it was the one that we're talking about, getting her linked up with Rezo and Mr. Smith on drums.
Oh, yeah.
D. Kenny signed up on bass for that.
And D. Kenny signed up.
He signed the contract.
It's a super group.
It is.
That's awesome.
Right.
I think Rezo has like a knack for writing some kind of like this 90s meets 80s kind of sound that would go really well with that.
Yeah. I mean,
take it easy, Mr. Smith.
Oh, Smitty, you're dipping? Oh, man.
Later, Smitty.
I do know it's late there. Thanks for coming by.
Why is all this food in the chat? I'm sorry to interrupt, Eric. I just noticed there's a lot of good eats in the chat.
Pancakes,
waffles,
breakfast
bacon.
Food. Yeah, it's breakfast food.
It's breakfast in the chat for sure. Who is that? Is that Nuke Utah?
I think it's Nuke.
Switching Google accounts again.
It's the inside baseball.
Took me a little while to catch on to that.
I ain't sinking. I'm just lazing.
Megan went to war with waffles.
That
That was like, what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago? It was fun.
Megan's leaving? Megan, why are you leaving?
Megan, are you leaving
I just
too?
got here.
No, she's just saying peace out to Mr. Smith.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Fuck.
All right.
Is there any more music?
Yeah, there is. We got Millennial Animal up next here. This Love and War demo.
Oh, shit.
I did get a text from Mr. Cletus, so he said he's pretty much set up. So he might be coming in here.
Okay,
nice.
We'll have to, Chuck, you're going to have to clear your square, buddy. Sorry.
I'll clear my square for the likes of Cletus.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, let the chat decide. Let's
don't put me on the fucking spot against.
Yeah, because he already said he's gonna give it up. Don't make people vote him off the island.
No.
Yeah, like fuck you, Charles. I hope they vote you off the island. Audio no.
I love it.
That's funny.
All right, we got Love and War.
All's fair in love and war. All we somewhere to be warm with that someone that we adore. Who knew it would be such a fucking chore? Such a fucking chore. All fair, fair in love and war. All we want is somewhere to be warm with that someone that we adore. Who knew it would be such a fucking chore? Such a fucking chore. This is the end of a line. This is the end of my line. This is the end of the line in my line. This is the end of a line, my all's fair, fair in love and war. All we want is somewhere to be warm with that someone that we adore. Who knew it would be such a fucking chore? Such a fucking chore. All's fair, fair in love and war. Cross your heart to die, could've sworn this had all happened once before. Who knew it would be such a fucking chore? Such a fucking chore. And this is the end of the line. Could've sworn. And this is the end of my line. Sworn. And this is the end of my line. Oh, did you know her anyway? Or did you know him anyway? Or did you know us anyway? 'Cause we all lie in love and war. All's fair, fair in love and war. Cross your heart, hope to die, could've sworn. All's fair, fair in love and war. All we want is somewhere to be warm with that someone that we adore. Who knew it would be such a fucking chore?
Dude, I really dig that. Sean, your
That's
stuff's
wow.
always awesome, man. I love it. The chords on
Definitely a cool song.
your chord choices.
Millennial Animal does he chooses his chords nicely. I like his progressions. If I may, I have some specific feedback for Millennial Animal on that song
There you go.
regarding some of the lyrics. Now, I get it. I get that. Like, I'm not going to say don't say the F word. That's not what I'm going to say. So in the intro of the song, I hope you don't mind, Millennial Animal. In the intro to the song, when it's really broken down to just vocals, the F word that you drop, the F bombs that you drop in the intro are like, they're a little jarring, and they're not nearly as jarring when all the guitars and drums are going. Like, it fits better when you drop the F bomb when we're full stop. But in the intro, it would make sense to like replace that word with something softer, less jarring for the intro. That's, I mean,
Yeah, make it sexy.
Yeah, fuck. I'm sorry.
what the hell? Yes,
No.
blah, blah. Yeah.
Oh.
No, as far as what I heard, there was one timing issue at the beginning that completely threw me off, but I loved all the surprises and chords, man. Those chord changes were spicy. The changes from minor to major were so unexpected. It made me like double take and go, wait, I'm into it. and it threw you off the first time, but then after that, it was just like, this is the way it was meant to be heard. It sounded really cool. Wherever the drums come in at the beginning, though, there's a timing issue there because it felt like the vocal came in early and then the drums and everything else hit, and it just felt odd right there. That and soothe would help a lot there. There's some of those feedback swells, harsh as hell.
I like that. It's got like a noise rock, 90s pop rock type of feel to it, which is groovy.
Yeah, no, that was really good.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
dig
guys
it.
stop sending in music that's better than mine? I would appreciate that a lot. It's like, what's next? Cletus is
No,
gonna
Megan, I didn't get rid of Eric.
Nah. Cletus is actually hopped into the waiting room here. So, did we get a
Goodbye,
results of the poll?
Fuck
Or-
the poll. I volunteered. But if my vote wasn't counted, fuck you, Chuck. You're out.
I
Yeah.
would literally disembowel you and burn your fucking entrails
Wow.
to Moloch.
He said
All right.
literally.
Hey,
This
Yeah,
is
crazy.
now evidence for court. All right, you threatened my life.
by the way, so Daniel, I really appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah, of course, man.
It's fun, and
Yeah, dude. Daddy, that was great, man.
look forward
Take care,
to
guys.
hearing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
See you,
Just
brother.
hoping they don't find him disemboweled tomorrow. For your sake.
We know who did it.
Har,
We know
har,
who did it.
Hey, Andrew Southworth's here, man.
Oh shit.
It's awesome.
Hey, dude. I called you Andrew whatever earlier, but now I remember your last name.
Hey. He's
I'm
come
going
here
to-
to set the record straight.
That was a cool stream earlier.
You guys stream.
E-Urban. E-Urban, man.
All right,
Kidney stones, dude. Those are no joke. Those hurt like hell.
give me 1 second. I'm gonna get Cletus in here.
Kidney stones are fine if your pee hole is big enough.
There's a joke in there, and I'm not going to repeat it because this is a kid's show. Family show. Family show.
Did you mark 4 kids when you put up the video?
I put him to bed, but I did.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew, that I enjoyed the stream, man. Thanks for the shout outs. Appreciate it. We'll have to get you on here one of these nights. I never know. I know you're a busy man, so you got lots of consults and all those good things. So
Thanks, Danny. I'll be just fine. I grew up. I went to the bus stop in this kind of weather growing up, so no biggie. What's up, Cletus?
I'm going to take a
Cool.
wild guess that there's some audio issues on Cletus's end, judging from the concerns.
Say,
I wonder if we're gonna get some
Gonna-
demons today. Demons that are humming through. Boom.
The look on Cletus's
think it's
face
great.
is that says, "Ah, not
It's like
again."
Ghost Hunters. Is that you? Is your name Josh?
Ben, that's not appropriate. That's an adult stream that you're looking after.
I want to go.
Come on, man.
Oh, that's funny. Gosler's up next. Well, Gosler,
Like,
you got a
on
song
camera?
for us?
Cletus, can we hear you?
All right. Cletus looks good enough. Just
He
Oh,
can
he always looks
It's all
great.
good.
he can mime,
Okay, I see him plugging
He can
things.
mime totally.
totally mime.
Throw some pew pews coming through his mouth.
I think the challenge is that the stream can't handle all the sauce in one spot.
Nuking Indiana and destroying Sweetwater would be a crime against humanity. I agree. I think using those particular types of weapons under any circumstances would be.
Oh God, a kidney stone in the middle of a Zoom call at work. Good
Oh, that's got to be
Lord.
great. Oh, fabulous.
Oh man. Oh. Ouch. Cletus looks like he's making progress. Is he?
Cletus looks like he sounds great.
Try Vegas.
I love it. Uh, nobody noticed. Oh man, that's one hell of a poker face if you're like get a kidney stone in the middle of a call. Good Lord.
Cletus, did you try Phantom Power?
Ooh.
Okay, so now I can hear you.
There it is. All right.
All right. Look at that. Let me make sure my audio settings. Yep. All right. We're good.
Oh
was
yeah,
nice.
Piggly Wiggly.
Now he
Fucking
sounds
bizarre.
good too.
Was it the Phantom Power?
No, it wasn't any of those things. I couldn't hear anything at all. So I came in and joined the audio, and then I just disconnected audio and joined audio again in the Zoom meeting, and then everything started working again. But I could have spent an hour trying to fuck with stuff on my end before just disconnecting and reconnecting.
Hey,
There you go.
Yeah,
Turn it off,
and
turn it back
turn it
on.
back
I
on
keep
again.
thinking
Hello.
once, at least once, that's not going to be the solution, and then it keeps being the solution.
it's always the solution.
That's great.
IT
bunch of
crowd
us-
should have
A
taught
bunch
you
of us
that.
in here work in tech, and that's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the answer is AI, open AI.
Oh my goodness! Listen, my younger brother, he's like 25, and he works. He's a cloud developer for a large tech company that I won't mention. Okay, he came to me today and said, "Hey, I'm working on this AI engine, and I'd like to generate music with text." And I was like, "Get that out of here!" I think I may have upset him.
You're no longer my brother.
Yes, dude, I have calluses on my fingers. Get that out of here.
No, we just implemented open AI. We're doing we're evaluating it right now. So I just integrated it last night with a product that we're developing, and it's slick. It's super slick. Like we're developing it for customer service and like interactions with end clients. So
Wasn't Skynet initially created for customer service?
I don't care. I'm able to reduce my overhead by over 90% now. I don't give a shit. Finally gonna be able to make money in this business. So, but no, we're doing it for customer service. So essentially, like if you have a flight, let's say you're flying from Houston to say Albuquerque.
I just want to remind you that this is the Audio Bros podcast.
Oh, all right. I nerded out last night over it. I'm blown away and how easy it is, and it builds its own little apps and everything, and it's all self-contained, and
That's crazy.
it's beautiful, and passes all.
I just know the rabbit hole
checks.
we're about to venture down, and
Oh, dude, I was up till 2 in the morning, just blown away. I was able to pound a week's worth of code in about 4 hours.
hey,
Chuck, I'm going to interface with you offline about this because I've got some
I'm
ideas.
serious. I'm serious. And like today, I worked for about 3 hours today, and I got our first 2 sprints pretty much done. All we have to do is go do a code review and test it, and we could actually deploy it if we really, really wanted to. So,
Well, if you haven't written a code to unfuck the Saint Anger snare, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Right? That's
Nothing-
priority project right there, man.
nothing can
Do
save
something
that. That
useful
is a
with your
damn-
talents, Chuck.
That is a damned sound. You have to have that sound just so you can have somebody to damn it with.
yeah, this is true.
Bunk.
What we want is Saint Anger songs, but with Black Album sounds. That's what we want. Give the people what they want.
Well,
I'm not sure I even want the Saint Anger songs.
I know. I was I'm not.
Well, somebody re-recorded Saint Anger, but it had
Yes.
actually worse production than
It
Saint
had,
Anger.
it had worse vocals, but definitely better snare.
I
It had
yeah,
better snare,
exactly.
but everything else was worth. The guitar sound was terrible.
I
the
heard
fucking
that, and it was
vocals-
like they fixed the snare, but at the expense of everything
Everything
else.
else. Yeah. So I know for sure I could do a better version of Saint Anger end to end. And I would trayify it, meaning I'd trim the fat, and I do not like the new arrangement of All Within My Hands. I do not like that. So I think there's opportunity. Like, to me, that is like the ultimate riff salad fucking like demo album, like Baby's first record kind of thing, you know. And that, I think it could be reworked and be better. But if this is something the community wants, I've got the tones. I can do it.
Millennial Animal said they sound Saint pissed.
Pissed.
I love it. Hey, we do have a couple more submissions in here, so I figure we'll get
Yeah,
to
let's
those.
jump on that.
Yes,
Let's jump on
please.
that.
So this, I think this is the, I don't know.
How to pronounce their name?
Yeah, symbols.
Oh
Maybe that-
yeah, I saw that. I
Maybe that
saw.
person can help us out in the chat. With
Yeah,
it.
help us out in the chat on how to
Gossler.
pronounce that.
Gossler, I'm releasing an 80s version Chuck Talica album in like a couple of weeks. So I know I can do it.
All right.
With all that gear you got, it better be the best sounding fucking album that has ever been
Fucking A, right
recorded
it is,
ever.
Chris. It's the greatest fucking thing ever.
I can definitely vouch for his guitar tones.
Yeah.
Even the State of Mercury guy is like, man, how you getting that shit? And I'm like, how are you getting your shit? He's like, well, here's yours. Show me mine. Show me, here's mine. Show me yours. It's fun.
That's how you get in trouble in gym class.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
And he
sure.
sends you dick pics, and you're like, why?
Yeah, yeah. Get caught in the fucking.
Okay, back on the rails before Eric
Please.
yells at us.
Yeah. Eric
Eric's
is
like,
getting
"Enough."
uncomfortable. Let's play the song.
This is so London is what this person goes by in Discord. It says it's not metal, but I'm just looking for opinions, and there aren't many submit your music lives on right now. But I understand if you skip it. Well, let's check it out.
Let's listen.
Interesting.
Definitely very pumpy. Like the
The pump is
the-
about. Yeah,
it's the whole song.
that's the
Uh,
whole
the-
song.
The whatever bass or kick track that is, it's like something else. You can hear some compression, or it's interfering compression wise with some of the other elements of the song, particularly the vocals.
Yeah, I mean, it's intentionally done that way, like to get that pumping. I just think it was way, way overboard.
D. Kenny
Um,
basically said exactly what I just said.
What do you say? The compression hurts it a bit. There's a lot of interesting stuff being obscured by the kick. I'd like to be able to hear that more clearly. Completely
what?
agree.
The vocals reminded, if I don't know if you guys watched White Lotus, but like the vocal, whatever London is using for the vocals, kind of reminds me of what was used in the theme song for White Lotus.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a similar library or something.
Were those?
Assuming that London didn't sing it.
Yeah. It sounded like clarinet trills or like walks. Was I hearing that correctly? Like the orchestration, like little trills that you hear, it sounded like clarinets mixed, which is an interesting combination of a palette of textures and instruments. Yeah. I think the pumping a little bit overboard, and then also, I don't know, it was hard to hear because of all the pumping, but there might be some like differences in like tune or intonation between some of those elements that was not jiving for me.
So this guy, I mean, look, it's got a vibe like that Vanilla guy has. I think it's a little too fat. It's like so super pumpy. It's kind of one thing. It doesn't really change keys at all or anything like that. I dug the vocal, but I think from like a structure perspective, it didn't like, it wasn't like a song I could walk to. It wasn't a song I could fuck to, and it wasn't a song I could like, or maybe I could probably do drugs to, but it just, it was hard for me to get into. Like
You can fuck to that. You just have to do drugs first.
yeah,
Get yourself all cranked up. You could.
Couple of speedballs, you're right into it. Yeah. You're like, play that one again. Have that on repeat, you know?
So London said, I did sing this. So
Yeah, so okay, London, I apologize if I mean, if that offended you, if I said it was like a VST library or something, but the vocals sound really good. And I would say try not to cover those awesome vocals up with pumpy kick drum.
I mean, yeah, before you go messing with anything else, maybe just like ease up on that side chaining a bit so that it's not grabbing so hard. And then like have a fresh listen to it without that much squeeze on it and see if some of those other things shake themselves out. Because I thought it had a cool vibe. It kind of reminded me of I'm a bit of a nerd in terms of soundtracks. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I love like a good soundtrack. And one of the best soundtracks ever is the soundtrack to that terrible 90s Mortal Kombat movie that's awesome and terrible. You know what I'm talking about, right? The soundtrack to the Mortal Kombat movie is fucking awesome. And this sounds like something that would have been on that. Not the Mortal Kombat theme song, but the whole thing. It had like Fear Factory and shit on it. It was like a really good soundtrack.
Not
this
a
kind of
soundtrack.
sounds like I was listening to it
90s
recently.
again. Fucking
This is
the
what
90s
that
over
reminds
here.
me of.
90s had better fucking music videos, better soundtrack. I still got the Batman Forever soundtrack, which is fucking amazing. It's awesome.
I have
Jack,
the Batman
it's
and
the
Robin soundtrack.
Yeah, I got that one too. It's got the two or not Offspring, Smashing Pumpkins tunes.
Yeah. The end is the beginning is the end. The beginning is the end is the beginning.
Fuck, I
So
love
good.
that song. Oh, it's so good. And his vocals on that performance were fucking stellar.
Okay,
Jack,
but back to this. To sum up my point, maybe ease up on that compression to fix that issue before you start fucking with anything else, and see kind of how it sounds. Because I thought it had the potential to have a really good sound, but the side chaining was just super distracting because it was so heavy.
Yeah, it kind of drowned it out everything. Jack, it's the same cam setup as video chat. I'm just sitting back a little further.
I think Andrew Southworth has a really valuable comment for London as well.
yeah, and Andrew, I just typed it in the chat, but Andrew, he's got a bunch of different projects, but one of his projects is EDM type music too. So he's very familiar with this style. So yeah, it's cool. Very cool. So yeah, keep going. Hopefully some of these insights are work, help you out. I think that's
Jackson 07 child. You just showed up right in time for the fucking first shoe to drop, and now you're here for the second shoe dropping. Welcome aboard. First time.
nice. All right, so Gosler submitted a track too, which
Fuck yeah, let's go Gosler.
See what Ben's got.
yeah,
What you got, Ben?
If
Because
it
here we
doesn't
go-
have a kazoo solo, I'm going to be very pissed.
An electric kazoo.
Did
Oh, dude, Jack, that was a shit show, bro. But it was fun, and it was fun to see everybody there.
Andrew Southworth submitted something too. That's pretty
Yep.
sweet.
Yep. We'll get to that here in a second. Sweet. Gosler said, this is from my band French Letters. This is a good drums, guitar mix, bass mix, but my vocals are not mixed in other than a quick level. Play if you want or don't, whatever. We're going to play it, dude.
I think we're gonna
We're
play.
going to play it right now. All right.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Yep. Here we go.
It just feels like there's always someone watching me, hoping I will fail. Is the end here already? With my back against the wall, it's hard to get no progress. I didn't wanna wait this long. This turned into something that I already know. My questions don't get answers, so there's still some room to grow. We say we're not afraid of the dark, but all the things we run from, through all the shadows from the start. Every time I look into the mirror, all I see is a reflection of who I thought I was supposed to be. A healthy fear of moving on, it haunts me in my sleep. These little shreds of doubt, I'm wishing something would wake me. Why don't these dreams show me anything? My whole world just slides me out of reach. Just because it hasn't, doesn't mean it never will. And hearing what you'll say won't make anything seem for real. Every single choice I made to grow into my face. Take a look into my mirror, and now we'll put you in your place. Say we're not afraid of the dark. The monsters that we run from were shadows from the start. We're not afraid of the dark. The monsters that I'm running from were pieces of my heart. It's everything that's left is everything I wanna be. If you could just take my hand, maybe then we'd finally see. We think you've been saying in my head, they're taking over me. If we just take a minute to say we're not afraid of the dark, but the past is creeping forward and it's tearing us apart. Say we're not afraid of the dark. There's all these things we run from, through all the shadows from the start. Maybe one day you'll finally see. Maybe one day you'll finally see. Maybe you'll finally see. Maybe you'll finally see. That we're all just afraid of the dark. Okay. Okay.
Hear it.
I've got some thoughts.
All right.
I don't have to go first.
I'll go
Everybody
first.
else has thoughts.
I think the vocal production could be, a little bit better. I think the vocal performance is very good, believable. I liked it. I think it'd be fine tuned a little bit, put a little sauce on that to clear, to really make them pop. I'm listening through 10-inch speakers right now, so I wasn't able to get all the low end. It sounded like real drums, which is awesome. Can't comment on the mix too much. I don't really want to go that route yet until I hear it on a bigger system. But I liked it. It's got some. It kind of slogged. I think it slogged in the second verse. It just kind of felt like same thing, but again, I almost wanted to hear something a little different and then go back into that second chorus. But I liked it. I actually liked that, and I normally don't like that kind of music. So
It kind of reminded me of some of the simpler tracks on Coheed and Cambria's first album.
mm,
And the reason it
Yeah.
reminded me of that is because of the vocal performance chiefly and the mix of the guitars. The vocal performance, what I can hear that's slightly off about it is that you're doubling and that one of the doubles is not quite with the other, right? So they're like I think the only way to put it is you could have done with spending more time getting the doubles sharper with each other, because you can kind of hear them deviating away from each other on the high notes, especially. But it's not like that's terrible or anything. Like I said, that first Coheed record did that a lot. Let's talk about the structure of the song. Chuck had a really great point in that the first half of the song it started to drag a little bit, and it could have used a stop or a little like pre-chorus breakdown or something just to mix up the monotony a little bit. You guys got a really good idea with the breakdown later on when it goes to just drums and bass. But I think the drums and bass both need to be doing just something just a little bit more interesting right there. It came off a little awkward to me. Overall, sweet song though. It's the kind of music I listened to in like 1999, 2000.
Cletus?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I agree that it kind of got to where it felt a little bit samey. I don't know that that's going to be too difficult to fix, though. I think Juicebox is right with an idea on a breakdown, and also don't be afraid to if you don't want to completely uproot everything to try and make a change, just dropping drums to halftime or switching to a 1 and 3 lead on the snare just for a section, or for half a chorus or something can make such a huge difference. I always get nervous that we give people feedback or again with Trey giving feedback that someone might knee jerk and make a whole bunch of changes. You don't have to make a whole bunch of changes super fast. Just do a simple thing and see if that kind of opens up the idea. Oh, okay, I see now something I can do. Also with the doubles, agree with Juicebox there. It's okay to have the doubles deviate, but usually not in a real percussive vocal line. So that first verse that comes in there is a pretty percussive rhythmic line. More time should be given to getting those really tight. I'd encourage practicing execution and tightness over using something like vocal line every time. But getting those things tight will help. Something that's a little bit more flowy and a big hook. It's probably okay to have a little bit more separation and you get a bit of a wider feel with your vocals. But when they're percussive like that, you got to keep them tight. But overall, man, it's fun. Something that should be promising in this is that while it did get samey and I kind of zoned out for a second, by the time you hit that breakdown, there was a point where I came back and then I was like, okay, and I was bobbing my head again. So that's good. That tells you that you've got some, the song isn't bad, just maybe needs a little tightening, and maybe a halftime drop somewhere just to give it, see if that gives it enough, change rhythmically to keep it exciting before anybody's eyes glaze over. But overall, man, cool, it's fun stuff. I'm all about fun stuff. It's nice. I'm so fucking tired of gent bro
Yes.
stuff. Like this is just
Yeah.
this
Yes.
Danny's song. Like all this stuff is just refreshing.
Yeah. I will add on to what Cletus was saying, and that for me, the thing that stood out to me was that the first part of the song seemed weaker than the rest in terms of the vocal delivery, and not even just like how you were doing like the timing of everything. It's as if by the end of the song you had less less like intonation issues, right, in your vocals as opposed to the start of the song. So everything else Cletus, Juicebox, and Chuck said is spot on. I enjoyed the song though. It's fun. So
Yeah.
keep at it. Take those bits of information and put them to good use, and like to hear.
Tie them to your next work.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your next submission.
Yeah, for sure. And as Ryan said, vocal line's 33% off right now, so that's good.
Execution before plugin fixing.
There you
Every time.
Mhm.
Big time.
You know,
Yep.
it doesn't.
Listen to that man.
If you're producing somebody else, get vocal line at 33% off because you might have to use it. But if you have the freedom to be producing yourself, avoid it if you can.
go. Yes.
Do it till you get it right. I can't agree more. It's I like some of the Texas Death Cult stuff I've done. Man, when that shit hits and it's right and you don't have to fucking touch it, that's like the best feeling in the world. You go back and replay it and you're like, holy fucking shit. You know, I like that. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So Gossler, good work, man. And thank you
Yeah,
for
man.
submitting.
Good job.
All
Can
right.
I pull a Chuck and like go down like a side hole real quick? Just a side thought.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I've been horribly distracted since we started watching this because I am not a PRS guitar guy. I usually don't quite like PRS guitars, but I see this PRS in the back behind Juicebox, and I've actually had the opportunity to hold that guitar in my hands, and it is fucking pristine. It is a pristine instrument. I just want to point that out.
It's got a couple. It's got a couple nicks and dings, but it's hand numbered from a very rare line of.
I gotta
PRS
tell
guitars.
you, there was a PRS. It was a Tremonti, like one of his US models. It was like $3,000 or whatever, and it was like one of those single cut charcoal gray, but this beautiful top. I mean, I have never seen the top. I mean, Gibson, it's always hit or miss with Gibson. With see, it's something like that, but it was a single cut.
I cannot stand the Doves. That shit drives me crazy. Like I don't know, but
I think it's cool. I think it's so cool.
and they never feel right to me. Like SGs, they just don't feel right. But
that's the neck dive and the tuning
that PRS Juicebox has back there, man, that felt good. It just like,
yeah.
I think Cletus,
so
I think you just need to go get one, and then
Robert
join the
Finch,
club, man.
I play POS.
POS guitars.
I can't. I'm too busy being inauthentic. I play inauthentic.
Play Japanese.
I got Rich Light, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
And no, hey, those Rich Light guitars are like underrated.
They're really good, actually.
I got no
you don't have
problem
to-
with those.
You know, I like them because it's good for the environment, supposedly. But it's easy to clean. Like I had to go clean this one up, and I just like wiped it down, and like all the gunk came right off of it. Like typically with like ebony, you got to like scrub it and then oil it and then make sure it doesn't crack on you. You know, this thing's like fuck it. It's actually really cool.
I do love.
Some of the ones with birds look a little awkward or look a little like too much. Certain ones are okay with the birds, but I think I'm on Cletus' side with that. I prefer PRS's moon inlays. If you look real close, there's a little crescent moon in the dot. It's cool.
I like a busy fretboard. I think I love those little like dragon designs, and like Hetfield's got a couple of those things on his fretboards or whatever. I like that stuff.
I like the blocks. I just want a block. I don't want it to be a shape. I don't want it just a block. Just a
want a
regular
square.
ass
Give
square.
me a fucking cube. That's all I want.
I will say that
I like my angles right.
I want to hear what Eric has to say.
well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I might have been telling Chuck this the other night, or maybe it was Daniel, but I got that Jericho baritone, and it's nowhere on the spectrum close to being as like a work of art compared to the PRS. Like everything is just pristine on the PRS. Like there's no fret, no jagged frets. Everything's smooth. The carved top. But one of the biggest things is that I've noticed is I don't think that going from like a standard scale to a baritone feels a little weird at first. But for me, the biggest thing is I'm so used to playing with the birds, and the baritone has nothing. It's a blank fretboard. You only have the side inlays. So that was probably the biggest adjustment for me, is like not having that frame of reference combined with the extended scale. And then like every time I pick up my PRS now, after playing the baritone, it feels like I'm playing a mini guitar, because it's going from like a 27.5-inch scale to like a 25.5 or 26?
Which model is it that you have that's not the PRS?
Oh, it's a 2016 or 2018 USA Custom 24.
Yeah, those are 25-inch even scale.
Yeah.
But with the baritone, so I don't even think I've ever played a baritone guitar ever. Does it just feel like this, like balanced but bigger, or does it have like that feeling like you have to reach further? Like SGs kind of feel that way to me, like they're like out there a little bit.
Feels a little smaller than a bass. So
Yeah,
picture playing a bass.
It's out there a little bit, but I think you really notice it down in the lower frets, right? But yeah, Andrew said best, since I mostly play my 8-string, every time I pick up a regular 6-string, it feels like a toy. Yeah.
Yep.
Like this is kind of the same thing. Like you go from the baritone to you're like, this is so small. Like it's just an odd feeling. Even more so coupled with the fact it has no fret inlays at all, except for the side dots.
Takes some getting used to, huh?
Do you have
Wow.
lays on those side dots, Eric?
No, they're black dots on white.
You know what's funny about that? I traded a couple of PRS guitars with I hesitate to say his name, but he's a well-known guitar player that you guys have all heard of. And I got the opportunity to trade some guitars with this guy. And when the PRS guitars that I got from him all had glow-in-the-dark stickers all along the side of the damn neck that I had to remove and clean. But it's because the lights. He's like, I can't see. But boy, they were ugly.
Yeah. No, I've been looking at because I got my
Well, later, Megan.
See you, Megan.
I've got this Les Paul. I've got an Evertune in it, and I've been thinking about putting lumen lays on it. Just I figured, fuck it. I've already, put an Evertune in this fucking thing. Might as well, put some lumen lays in there and go full send with it. So
That's metal.
But the green tape. Check that out.
Nice.
It wasn't fluff.
No.
It would have been a Vegas-based artist, I'd imagine.
Nope.
Well,
then I'll just go fuck myself. Then.
Get right out of here.
It was a guitarist from Five Finger Death Punch.
No,
No.
thank
You
God.
shall never tell.
He'll never.
Those would have been some ugly guitars.
They did really do, man. What is his name? Colton Bathory or something?
That sounds.
Who knows?
Vaguely right.
Who knows the names of the guitar players for Five Finger Death Punch?
Well,
No one,
I knew
except for
those guys
Chuck.
for a bit.
His
I
name
know
is
him.
Guy, the
Gently.
drummer in that band doesn't know what the fucking guitar players' names are.
Gently. I saw them live. Both of those dudes, they're super good players. And the lead guitar player is he's very very technical, and I was impressed with their playing. But Lord, do I hate their music. I'm sorry.
Oh man, it's total. Like my wife, if she's ever having a bad day, and I hear Five Finger Death Punch, I know I got to make a cocktail, and I got to be extra nice. Gotta be extra nice. Here's a gin and tonic, sweetie. I got it. Just chill
That's Garth Brooks in my house.
out.
I love it.
Oh God.
Cletus, do you know what your wife's situation is yet? You're still feeling that out?
On what music?
Like when she's having a not so good day and you need to go easy.
Oh no, she immediately makes me aware. There's no there's no guessing.
There's
She
no
just
oh,
kind of
clue.
steams in the house, kicks the dog, starts throwing shit at me. Like she makes it pretty aware.
What do you want?
There's no guessing. I
There's
love
no
it.
guessing.
No guessing.
Hey, there's something to be said about that.
There's a lot to be said about that.
No, I appreciate it very
Yeah.
much.
Plays no games.
Mrs. Christ is awesome. She's fucking cool.
That is badass, man.
I love it.
She's behind you, isn't she?
No, she's at work.
Ah.
Sucker. Fucking idiot.
Oh God, my face hurts.
Fuck this. I'm laughing because I'm really in pain deep down.
Right?
My face is starting to get sore.
Yeah, my face is getting sore. Oh, I love it. So Andrew sent in Andrew Southworth has another project. This man has projects in all genres.
He's rivaling the juice box.
Yeah, he said, not sure if I ever showed you my project Murder Night. Been inactive for a couple years. So let's check this out. Cletus, you got your audio set up to where
Yes, I have your complicated dumb fuck audio set up.
Okay.
We're good.
Amy Lee just said at work watching the stream, Cletus.
Oh crap.
Juicebox, you got the audio, right? The audio movers link.
I'm using the whatever it's called. Audio movers. I've got everything else muted, and I'm riding my mic mute button.
Yes. Love it. All right, here we go.
I'm tired of missing what you want. Brick by brick, we'll build it up. I'm coming for you. I'm kinda liking what you flaunt. Cold and shallow, we are one. We are one. Riding the trend, the element, making a man. I am impossible. What you intend? What did you expect? I will defend. We will stand. I am all natural, I'm certified organic. I'm tired of living my whole life. Nothing's real, but we're still here. to see. Oh, and shadow, we are me.
I only have two things. I think we do that big rise, and then there's like, I think it's like 2 beats, like it's a 2/4. I think you should do the big rise, spit your lyric, and then boom right into it. I think they kind of, there's a couple of times there where it sort of lingered and then went into it. Man, I want that thing to rise, hit me with a lyric, fuck into it. I love that shit. That is fucking party music. That I can put that shit on. I can make some cocktails for some friends, drum up, a cup of coffee for myself, fucking rolling. And that is some good shit. I liked it.
Eric, you go.
I really like this. Again, it it amazes me how many different projects you've got, like how many irons you have in the fire, not with just like all the stuff you're doing for YouTube, but also like the different projects that you have going on with music. It's something to behold. So, and then also, next time we talk, I'm going to be asking for some pointers on some of this kind of stuff in the production, because the dubstep stuff has like always eluded me in how you can do it efficiently. Like, because sometimes I want to be able to manipulate like those sounds. I can find a sample that's like that or a serum patch that's similar to that, but being able to manipulate it the way I want it to sound. Yeah. So next time we chat, remind me if I don't already bring it up. But yeah, I'd like to get some pointers on that stuff. So yeah, that was awesome.
Bruh. The production, as other people are mentioning, fantastic. The mix on it is fantastic. Like no complaints whatsoever. Everything was all clear and beefy and bass. And there was a point toward the beginning of the song where it's like, you make me want the beat to kick in. Like you make me want for it, but then you make me wait for it. And then later on, it drops into that crazy like beatbox solo or whatever is like super dope. And really gets your attention. And I noticed, and this is there's a dude, D Kenny, in the chat. He's a friend of mine, longtime friend of mine. And when you get his attention with some like dancey dubsteppy music like that, you're doing something right. Back to you,
Nice.
Oh
Cletus.
yeah. No, so I agree. Mix sounds great. I'd love to hear it on some subs just to double check that low end just to make sure it ain't gonna blow anybody's fucking sphincter out. But no, the mix sounds great. Production sounds great. The dubstep sounds like it's always eluded me too. Like I have no idea how to get any of those sounds, but I've heard good dubstep and bad dubstep. That palette of sounds was a good palette of sounds, right? Now I will be a little bit critical here just because I think it's possible, maybe no one agrees with me here, that there might be a bit of an identity crisis going on, because when this started, the first first verse, first 30 seconds or so, I thought we were on like the super butt rock train, and then we got off that train and got onto a different train that was like a way better train. So I'd have to go back and listen to it again from the beginning, but it's possible maybe there should be an adjustment away from the butt rockiness of the very first part, leaning heavily on what sounded great, which was the rest of the song. I kind of forgot about the butt rock part already. I can't really remember how it went, because once we got past it, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm into this. I think I said in the chat, it's like some of the elements of what made Hybrid Theory kick so hard.
Yeah.
But the sound palette has been updated to like the post-dubstep sort of era with the sounds that we're familiar with now, which I thought was super cool. But it definitely captured that vibe, I thought, of kind of what made Hybrid Theory hit so hard. I mean, go back and listen to it. It's good. It's not usually my kind of music, but that's It was good. Those are my thoughts. I don't know if that made sense. I started rambling.
Yeah, I think it's all valid. It's a great job,
Hey
Andrew.
man, I've gotten on a weird train before. I was in New York one time trying to get to my brother's place, and I got on. I was on like the C train, then I got on the B train or the J train. That took me up to Harlem. Got on.
I bet you were having a blast in Harlem, buddy.
Oh man, they ran me out of town.
All that was to say that was super great. I really liked that song a lot. Like
Yeah,
that
it
was
was good.
super good.
Yeah, I like that. I
It was
dig
nice.
it. We do
All
have
right.
another submission from Ghost.
Ghost.
Bite
Let's
the
go.
zombie. Kill him with kindness.
This
Ooh.
does not sound like a good idea
Uh-oh.
to bite a zombie. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Let's play it.
Walking around with cheap delusions, no exclusions, 'cause we're losing everything we worked so hard for. The conversation's going nowhere fast, putting a hole in our past, and there's no turning back. Killing with kindness never works, you just get walked on instead. Kill me with bullets, better yet. Killing with kindness never works, you just get walked on instead. Kill me with bullets, better yet. Maybe a savior looking through the glass can see this cast and kill me. Drag me down to where I've been before. I never really liked myself for a thing that I've done to save me. To take me back and be me like before. Killing with kindness never works, you just get walked on instead. Kill me with bullets, better yet. Killing with kindness never works, you just get walked on instead. Kill me with bullets, better yet. You can see that I'm just going around, burning out on everything I'm trying to be. And I'm just going around, just burning out on trying to be me, 'cause it's just too much fun to hate me. Killing with kindness never works, you just get walked on instead. Kill me with bullets, better yet. Killing with kindness never works, you just get walked on instead. Kill me with bullets, better yet.
No notes. That was fucking awesome.
That was fun.
There's one bit that's almost too close to a Foo Fighters song. The da 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 ba stops. But it's my only note.
I 100% support blatantly sounding exactly like other things. Although I don't listen to enough Foo Fighters to know. But the chord sequence in the verses too, man, good subversion of expectation, because it feels like it's gonna go to a certain chord and then it doesn't, but it sounds right where it goes. I dug it, man. Not the stuff I would listen to all the time, but like objectively fucking good. Like, that was good.
Yeah, nothing really to complain about. Vocals were very, very well performed. He's got a good punk / rock tone going there.
Yeah.
Mix wise, I thought the drums sounded a bit stiff, but that's mix wise. That has nothing to do with, I mean, the overall song and production is great.
Indeed. So Roos submitted something as well.
And It's a Dogs. So okay, this is a cover of the solo of Dogs.
Guess we'll find out.
Is this
Appears
like
that way. It's only
okay.
152.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just the solo. Cool, let's hear it.
Nope. Again, good job, Ghost. I dig that track, the Bite the Zombie track. D. Kenny.
Bruh.
D. Kenny said, perfect Gilmorian bends.
And they were fabulous. Man, you know what's the only thing that bugs me about this, Sarush, is that the original, and I hate to compare it to the original, right? But the original's got this Leslie effect or some kind of a tremolo effect on the guitars on both of them, and they're like a little bit off from each other, and it gives it like a miniature warble. And yours is played so clean with such a smooth tone, and it's not there, and it just feels missing. Otherwise, it's like perfectly played. All the bends were perfectly in tune, and it was like it was a pleasure to listen to.
Yeah, absolute pleasure to listen to. This is near and dear to my heart. Not only is this my favorite Pink Floyd album, but actually, this would have been what 2012? No, 2013, 2014. I ended up playing in a very good band where we started with covering Animals all the way nonstop from start to finish because this amazing keyboard player, this guy Dave Miller, had learned it all, wanted to assemble a band, saw me in the hallway at fucking Full Sail, and was like, hey, that's a Pink Floyd tattoo. Do you know any Pink Floyd songs? And I said, yeah. And so I ended up drumming in this band, and it was super cool and it was super fun. Super hard to get through all of it because you don't realize how many cues just like aren't there. You just like gotta know where you're going. But man, I really appreciate that. Sarush, good job. Do more Animals. Challenge, Sarush. By this time next year, I want you to have recorded the entire Animals record.
Dang.
Shit.
If
We're
you need
I'll
any,
help.
a rework.
I was gonna say,
We're
you need
getting
any
a-
vocals, anything like that, Sarush? Let's go.
I'll lay down
Oh.
drums for it.
There it is.
Dang.
Jesus Christ on drums, Juice on vocals. That's awesome. No,
Is it-
I loved it. It was good.
Be the second collective of the night that has been put together.
There it is.
Make it happen, Sarush.
We got 3 albums coming out of this episode already. We're getting that first one with
And it was the hardest one. We started with Animals, and then we did Wish You Were Here, and then you had to do Dark Side at that point, and we skipped over The Wall, but we did try to do a lot of the final cut. But Animals was the hardest one to get through because it's just so easy to get like lost in the playing, and then if one guy loses his way, everybody's lost their way. We have no fucking clue where we are anymore.
Especially if the dude losing his way is the drummer.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
That was sick, dude.
Nice, Sarush.
We got
Very nice.
Alex G.
Don't know if we can play this. Is this? I'm assuming this is like a major label.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I see.
major label will get zucked.
Yeah.
This is Sean Off Shotgun submitting Alex G. And now I remember who Alex G is.
Yeah. I think we got zucked for the last one. It was what was it? Beggars came after us.
Mm.
They
No,
were
Sean
mean.
Off Shotgun, you got to cover Alex G yourself and submit that.
I'll check it
Millennial
out.
Animal.
I'll check it out after the show, Sean,
That's too.
because he
funny.
said he's a little obsessed with this track at the moment. That's awesome. How do I, Jay Ghost Music, how do I send an unreleased track that comes out January 10th? You guys get first play.
Send it in the Discord or submit it in a forum.
Yeah, what do you got? The Google
Do you,
Drive
like,
link
do you
or
have
something?
a Google Drive link, or like you can do a SoundCloud that's a private link too. You can do those things. You know what I should do, Charles? For situations like this, I guess I could put together like a Dropbox link that people could.
Upload to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That won't get abused at all.
No, it won't. Right.
All this pornography doing in here. Oh my god.
Yeah. If you have Dropbox, Jay, just send over a link to the Dropbox and we'll play it from there.
Ever see a stand-up comedian do covers of jokes? Yeah, his name's
Yeah.
Carlos Mencia.
Same thing that came to
Dang.
my mind.
Yikes.
Burn.
Thick burn.
I was gonna throw out what's her face, but then I was like, nobody watched her. Amy Schumer, that's who it was. She
Yeah.
got in trouble for stealing jokes. I never saw her steal any though, because I never saw any of her.
And she's
Mhm.
not funny.
Cannot verify.
Thanks,
Uh,
Rezo. Yeah, I'm down to 180. I lost about 55 pounds. So I'm getting into shape again. I wanna make another run at this music thing. Eventually. I'm gonna get my fuck you money, open up my studio, make a killer record, buy my
might
way
get
into
that.
it.
I want to get some of that
Right.
fuck you money.
Where do we get that?
Me too, man.
Where do I sign up for fuck you money?
Easy. Just sell your soul. It's easy as that. No, yeah, it's a whole long process, but you
Jay-
know, my kids are getting, you know, my older ones are getting in their teenage years, and my son, I like working out with my son, and it's really fun. And I figured, you know, hey, give it one more shot, get on some TRT. I have to say, getting good sleep and then getting on some TRT has certainly helped that process, you know.
Nice.
So, yeah. Gotta keep that testosterone level up.
You're not allowed to box professionally though.
I will do a sanctioned, unofficial sanctioned fight.
But it's
Like
got to
it.
be with somebody else on TRT.
Oh, okay, put
the
drop
tables
audio on
have to
TRT.
be
I'll fuck him up.
has to be even. So Jay
Someone who weighs about 180. Sorry, go ahead.
Jay Ghost
I can
Music
cut
submitted
weight.
his track from Dropbox. I do appreciate the naming structure of this. Everything is dead. Master B for streaming.
No, E-Urban. I paid back all of my PPP loans, and it destroyed one of my businesses. But yeah,
All right, here we go.
You
All right. I got a couple of thoughts on this. This is like damn near perfect. That chorus, particularly the final chorus, just does not it. I want to hear. I want to hear balls to the walls. The what was the lyric again? It's like bleak inside of me. The hand inside of me. Like I want to hear up, push that fucking energy in that final chorus. That's a fucking great chorus, dude. Fuck yeah, that is really cool. But man, I want to hear that. I want to hear that final chorus to be just like, oh, give me it, man. Give me some of that shit. That's all I gotta say.
Ghost, I want to know if that's a Strat that you're using on that song. That sounded like Stratocaster single coils, but hard. Like it was super red. I think Chuck had a good point with the last chorus. It could just like maybe step up. There could be another element added, like a high harmony on the vocal or another guitar part or something that just adds an elevation of energy during your last chorus, your Say Hurrah chorus. But
yeah, it's got to be like a little bit more frantic. It's got to be just more like you're just I feel it. Like I relate to your chorus a lot, and but that's how I would do it. You know, it's up to you.
S2.
Cletus?
An S2
Oh, okay.
what?
I mean, production and everything, it sounds killer. The only thing I'd say, it sounds like you have a band, so I don't know what's been sound replaced or whatever. That riff, the bump bump ba-na-na, that's a killer riff, but it would hit a lot harder if you eased up on that kick drum a little bit. Instead of having your drums mirror that guitar riff as if the guitar player programmed or wrote the drums, if you just syncopated that kick and let that breathe for a second, man, that riff would hit way harder. It already is like a great riff, but it does sound to me like guitar player drums. Does that make sense? Like it's just a little bit much. Like
I thought it felt. I got like Rage Against the Machine vibes.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Which if you listen to Rage Against the Machine, you wouldn't hear that. You wouldn't hear the mirroring the riff rhythmically, where there's like some sort of drum hit, usually a kick hit on every part of the riff. Like just get rid of some of that. Like give it a little bit of breathing room in there would make a huge difference. Like that riff would just hit a lot harder. You'd feel it more in your chest.
Yeah.
Like Eric, I don't know if you can play that riff, just a section of that riff, so that everyone like think about what I'm saying here.
Ah, yeah.
Do. Like the kicks are in there, right? Take some of the kicks out. Doom doom ba-da-da, doom da-da-da, doom doom. Like let some of the syncopation carry itself in the guitar riff, so that when the kick does come in, it like fucking hits like a cannon.
Yeah. That's good advice.
That's good advice.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, somebody's dogs.
So anyway,
Cletus
Mrs.
puppy.
Christ is home, and so I should probably go spend some time with her. She's been at work all day. But awesome song, Jay. You put in some good stuff. Sarush, I was only here for part of it, but everything I heard was awesome. But I should take off and go spend some time with Mrs. Christ.
Sounds good. Cletus, we appreciate you
Cletus,
coming
good
by.
to see you, man.
Dude, later.
Take it easy, guys.
See you, buddy. It's my
Nice.
Friday. I'm kicking it. In fact, I might pop a cold one.
Ooh,
Do it to it.
nice.
I'll be right back.
Looks like Millennial Animal submitted a song too. I'm not going to complain. 2 Millennial Animal tracks in one night? Yes, please.
Fucking full send.
Wait for Juice to get back. Yeah, I'm
gonna refresh my drink as well. I'll be right back.
Oh, everybody's leaving me. I see how it is. It is my Friday too. Actually, I guess technically yesterday was my Friday because I'm off until the end of the year here. So, see Sarush typing in the audio submissions channel. Dang, Rezo. Making some life changes. Oh, hell. Monster. Where's Megan?
Oh, I think Megan missed out on Monster. That's okay.
She did.
Next time, but you can see this cat is getting bigger.
Yeah. Ryan,
If I could
actually, I agree
get
with
the
you
fur
on that.
box, I could
I'd like to hear Millennial Animal do State of Love and Trust as well. I think that would be cool.
Okay, what you're gonna do? Okay.
Man, State of Love and Trust is such a good song. Single soundtrack. And that whole soundtrack is awesome. If you guys have not heard the single soundtrack, it's iconic.
What is that? Is that a movie?
Yeah, singles came out in like the 90s. Let's look it up.
Gotta go outside.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
You got Alice in Chains with Wood. Pearl Jam actually has 2 songs on it. You've got Breathe or Breath. Seasons. That is a killer song from Chris Cornell. Paul Westerberg's Dyslexic Heart. The Lovemongers, their Battle of Evermore cover. That Mother Love Bone song. Awesome. Soundgarden's Birth Ritual. State of Love and Trust. Mudhoney's Overblown. Yeah. Dude. Oh, and Drown from Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, dude, that's a great song too, man. Oh.
Can I post? Did we run out of audio subs?
Seasons. Yes. No, we've got
Suresh popped the thing, and oh, I see Millennial Animal.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on a different screen. I didn't realize I'm not sharing my screen on this one. There we go.
Here, I'll throw a link in case we can get to it. No big.
Yeah. Yes, Rezo, that's the single soundtrack. Dude, such a good soundtrack. Such a good soundtrack. Let's check out Millennial Animals track here. No Angel Demo 2.
She's in denial.
As always, I dig this track. There's little things. One major thing that I'm hearing is that the din 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 is way too loud in this mix. I dig that part. I just think it could be tucked down more. This outro part. Instead of doing it that do that for the first 2 times, but then on the last 2 times before you do that little run, go to the next note that you're going to play in that run. They'd be like that to me would help that part kind of sit a little bit better. But yeah, overall, I dig this track, man. Juicebox, what did Monster think?
So Monster thinks that song is a whole ass vibe. Actually, Millennial Animal has a specific vibe across his songs, which I've started to put together. Really cool. Millennial Animal's voice is really cool. Like he's got a cool thing going. I like it. The bass guitar track in particular in that song seemed like it was like something was too punchy about it or something for this type of song. And so it stuck out, so I could hear when it wasn't quite on with the drums in certain parts or whatever. But like if it was just like a more of a background bass track, it might not have stuck out so much when it wasn't hitting with the kick. That's what Monster thinks. Sweet song though.
Yeah, I dig it. I think you're right.
Would listen to it again.
You are right about in it that Millennial Animal has a vibe across all of his songs, and there's like hallmarks of Millennial Animal that are consistent.
Yeah, like if I heard another Millennial Animal song that I had never heard before, I would know it's him.
Yes, 100%, in a good way.
Exactly.
In a good way.
I should say that. I would know it's him, and then disapproving scowl.
All right, we've got Sarush. I came up with this intro riff a week or so ago. It was my attempt at purposely ripping off Breaking Benjamin. Then I decided to turn it into a full Breaking Benjamin inspired song. This is a really rough demo as it is now. It's just a single rhythm guitar widened digitally with drums, and lead guitar is a placeholder for Vox. Also, the second half is copy pasted, but that will change slightly as well, and no bridge yet, so it needs a lot of work. Let's hear it.
I'm going to keep all of that in mind while I listen to this.
I think you nailed the vibe, dude. There's some weird funkiness in this last little bit. I think there's a weird chord on the other thing that was copy pasted. That right there.
Man, you know what would make these guitars sound so much beefier?
Bass?
A bass.
Yeah.
Yes. So funny. We're on the same page.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Needs a bass.
Speaking of IRs, I've been trying to find the Catharsis IRs. They're supposed to be free. I did a little search and I can't find them, but apparently they're better than the ML Sound Labs IRs. And I'm a really big fan of the ML Sound Labs, whatever IRs that are out there. You guys ever hear about that, Eric? Catharsis IRs?
No. I'm not familiar.
They're from like the old Andy Sneap forum days. Yeah. Gotta find them.
Sick song, bro. I want to hear some real vocals on that. Sarush, you ever gonna send something with vocals?
One of these days.
I learned Sarush's killer riff. So Eric, do we want to talk about this? I think we mentioned it last week.
What? We're gonna throw together a song and have everybody contribute.
Yeah, have everybody contribute a riff. We haven't really gotten together yet on it, but I've got like the first. I got the first like 16 bars of what I wanted to do with Sarush's riff. But it's like in C. I did it in C or open C. I'm not sure that tuning's going to work for this type of exercise. I think we should just do something in like standard tuning, you know?
It's probably easiest. Probably easiest that way. Yeah.
What can I do to contribute? Let me know.
You can write the whole song, Juicebox. And we'll just say that we all worked on it.
Seems like a lot of pressure, but okay. I do accept all major credit cards.
Cash App, Venmo, yeah. Bitcoin.
Yeah. Zell me, dude. Zell me.
I see Juicy put one in there and Millennial put another one.
Sarush, it's a really good riff. In fact, I'm gonna modify one of my old Jackson Kelly guitars, and because it's got a trem system on it. I'm gonna modify it and I'm gonna play it on that, because that whatever you were doing with that styling in that riff is super, super unique. Like, I haven't heard anything like that before. So
make it happen. So I was gonna say, Juice, your track and Millennials track, I think we'll save for next week because it is 1 o'clock my time.
Oh man, I'm rolling.
Bruh. I was gonna introduce my new project to you guys.
All right. Well, okay.
Perfect.
So after we'll do these two songs since they're here.
Yeah, let's roll.
I love you, Eric.
I get a kick out of this intercontinental dynamic rock group.
Can I say a little something about this?
Please do.
So
please do.
This is a new project between myself and a dude named Raphael Donardi, and we are working on a whole bunch of crazy music right now. But the first thing we're gonna do is 2 covers. It's like a little mini EP, 2 cover songs. This Led Zeppelin cover, and we're also gonna do a song by Captain Beyond, which we are still finalizing. I don't know if you guys know who Captain Beyond is, but
nope.
It's some really sick classic rock sauce. So I would love some honest feedback on particularly the vocals on this Led Zeppelin cover.
All right, let's get to it. Let's
So
see.
please be honest with me.
I do. I love this, the Intercontinental Dynamic Rock Group.
That's
I
right.
love it, dude.
You can also call it Intercode Dynamo.
Intercode Dynamo.
Love it. All right, here we go.
Wake up from the land of the ice and snow with a midnight sun with eyes pretty slow. I'm a to drive our ships to new land. Fight the war, sing and cry. I'm hunger, I am coming. Overseas, let's see now. Oh, we go, to the show. Wake up from the land of the ice and snow with a midnight sun with eyes pretty slow. Such a feel so green. Whisper tales of yore. How we go, time to war. We are your overlord. Overseas, let's see now. So now you better stop. Rebuild your ruins. Peace and trust you in the end. Spy on your movement.
Fuck yeah.
Big Head Chuck likes it.
I figured I'd do something a little bit more appropriate, you know?
I dig this in the specific context of the vocals, since you're talking about that. There's a little bit of like presence. I started hearing it towards the end, but it's like throughout the song there was like more effect than presence in your vocals, if that makes sense. Think of it like the difference between new strings and old strings if you're like recording. And it may just be a level of the effect that you have going on the vocals, but it's almost like I want a little bit more bite in the vocals, and not on the effect, but like bite, I mean more of the original vocal mixed in with it, if that's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay and a reverb on the vocals, and they're doubled for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it might just be the layers of effects that you're catching there.
Yeah. So
I
that's
think I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So like, it's more of like the original vocal that's missing to my ears in that like, I don't know, just play with that. The only other thing is did you do that intentionally on the intro with the
So did what?
Is it like half step lower or like Is that lower than the original?
So
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole song, the whole song is one whole step lower
Okay.
because
Yeah.
Robert Plant's a fucking mezzo soprano.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well, not
insane.
anymore.
Right. Yeah, he's a baritone now.
He's baritone now. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely had to pull the key down to get anywhere close to the hitting the notes. But I liked the idea because then the guitars sound, the guitars got a different like bite to them in that tuning. I tuned that PRS down a whole step and
Mm.
got like the most snappy, dirty guitar tone that I could on the bridge pickup. So it goes down, get the down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did like I liked the guitar tone on it, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good job.
But
Yeah.
but you know what? It's funny because I submitted this on Glenn's stream, and like he made a little frowny face when he first heard when my first, the first notes hit of the vocal. He was like, if you're gonna do this song, you got to hit the notes. And I don't know, because like to me, the vocals sound in tune for the key of the song, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to hear the original in the original key, even though like we set the stage with that key. You know?
Well, I'll tell you, it took me a minute because I love Zeppelin and obviously love the Immigrant Song. It took me a minute to like sit and like, is it in key? And then when you did the low note, you hit it and it was like, oh, it's in key. And then when you went back up, it was in key. So it was like, oh, okay, this is in key, but it's because it's a full step lower. It just sounds, it doesn't sound, I don't know. It once I got over it, like once I realized, it's all in key, then then it was fine. But I had that same effect here. Just listening to it, just go, is that right? Yeah, no, it's right. But
maybe it takes multiple listens, but
I've heard it so many fucking times.
Well, right, and it's one of those kind of holy grail, almost untouchable songs that like,
it's like Enter Sandman. If you do Enter Sandman, you cannot fuck that up.
That's true. And so like, it took some balls to even just try to do this song.
Yeah, no, dude, for real.
Being a Led Zeppelin fan of my caliber, see,
I'm the same way. I do that to all my favorite songs. Like, can I hack it? Can I cut it? There's some I can. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. And then there's others where I'm like, ooh, I really got to work on this, that, or the other.
And Ryan Saunders pointed out something that I did submit this on an earlier version with a different version of the vocals. I re-recorded them. And after I submitted it to those other streams, so he remembers the flat notes that I fixed. Damn it! There was some sharp ones too. Just
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard to get anywhere close to right, and it's probably still not right. But
Zyme, you got a new North of Never tune to share with us?
No, not yet. I'm still dissecting that double time part.
Okay.
Shitty McShit.
Shitty McShit. Nice.
I love this. This is gonna be the last song of the night. So this is Millennial Animal.
I'm comfy. It's actually kind of chilly and I'm comfy and I could probably go for another couple hours.
Yeah. Not happening on this end.
Not happening here, huh?
Yeah, not happening here.
All right.
Bravo on the naming on this, by the way, Millennial Animal.
Flashing lights all in my reach my ear, 'cause I never listen to warning signs. Warning signs all my life. Didn't I try? Didn't I try? Lesson learned for the last time, 'cause I never listened to warning signs. Flashing lights all in my eyes, 'cause I never listened to warning signs. Warning signs all my life.
Dude, I love the chord choices and like the subtle. I don't know. I'm not a music theorist, but the inversions or whatever variations on chords that you're doing in those chord progressions are awesome. I don't know what.
Yeah, that was just really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monster came running when your song started. You saw. Um, there was the breakdown. It gets to a part where there's like the first major change in the song, and it breaks down, and the melody changes, and that part was so cool. And kind of what's cool about it is the clash between the bass guitar and the vocal note in those spots. Like it clashes in a pleasing way because it doesn't stay clashing. It hits this little clash that's cool and moves on. Pretty neat. I like it.
Yeah, it's hard to pull that off.
Totally dig it.
Jay's got one more song. Can we end on Jay's song?
Chuck, I saw
Eric's
you.
like, "Where do we
I
draw the
saw
line? I'm
you,
tired."
Chuck. I saw you soliciting for more and more songs.
Oh no, you're not supposed to see that.
Yeah, I can see it all.
How could you see that?
How about we save Jay's song for next week?
No,
Because we still have to do a song for next week. It's already 1:18 in the morning for me, so
You're not working tomorrow, are you?
I'm
Come on,
not.
one more.
I'm not, but I don't want to destroy my day too. So
My boy Jay, he already submitted 2 other songs, so I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
busted.
Jay shit is
Chuck,
fire. Jay shit is fire. We can save it
Jay's
for
stuff
next week,
is
I think.
fire, but let's save it for next week.
All right, fine. And then I'll debut a new Chuck Talica song next week that nobody's ever heard before, and we'll end the year on a high note. And it'll be fun.
I like it.
It'll be good.
Let's do that.
do
You
it.
guys hear me acting like I'm one of the audio bros?
Hey,
Yeah, let's
Dude,
save,
Juice Box.
let's save shit. Let's save some shit. Let's
It's-
play your song next week. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
hey,
Chuck is that one more drink guy.
you're more than welcome to come back next week, and
Yeah, Juice. This
Come
is
on.
fun, dude.
you're part of the
You,
family here.
Cletus.
So
We have Gosler out here, I think, somewhere. We had Danny on a little earlier. That was fun.
yeah,
Fucking love this, man.
cool.
We're hitting our
It is
stride.
fun. And this stream tonight got it was up to 23 viewers, which is the highest I've seen on your guys' channel.
Yeah,
So y'all are growing. I love it.
I'm
Small
digging
steps. Baby steps.
it. To the people in the community, such as yourself and everybody that's still hanging with us. We love y'all. We'll go out on Shitty McShit, the master. Sound good?
That's the way to go out.
See ya.
Take it easy, guys.
Stay warm.
Lesson learned for the last time, 'cause I never listen to warning signs, flashing lights all in my eyes, 'cause reach my ear.